Hi guys, my name is Indigo. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. White background today. I'm just feeling it. I don't know, don't even ask me. Today, as the title suggests, we are going to be trying out the NIKKIETUTORIALS x Beauty Bay collaboration palettes. I am so excited to try out this palette. When I first saw it, I was like, so where's my PR package? Nikki has had such a huge year for all the reasons on this planet. If you guys do recall, she did have a palette with Too Faced, which was not the best. So to me, this kind of reads as like the comeback. I am so excited to try these out. I have tried Beauty Bay eyeshadows here before. We have tried those out in the PR reviews, and I will link them up here because I actually do like them. When you first open up the PR package, you get this cute little note on the top, and you guys can see the little black paper on the bottom that's printed. And all of this is 100% recyclable, which I really appreciate. As much as I love getting PR, I always feel like, wow, this is a waste of paper and cardboard and plastic. And here is the actual package that everybody does get. This is the palette itself. This looks so cute. I'm already so obsessed with it. Oh yeah, and before we get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and let's get started. Okay, and here's the palette itself. You know what this really gives me vibes of? There is this one Kat Von D palette that released, I don't know when. If I do remember the palette, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. So she says that this palette truly showcases her life and personality. And despite the fact that she's known more for her bright and unique makeup looks, this palette shows a more different, darker side. So let's just go ahead and open the pink side. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already seen this palette, but let's just go ahead and do that. There's also this little plastic film, which I'm just gonna slip off. So this is kind of like the really pretty pink and bubbly side. And then the other side, ooh. This side really reminds me of the Rico Nasty palette. I don't know, maybe it's a bit of a reach, and obviously palettes take forever to make, so it's a cute little scandal, if you will. All jokes aside though, this palette is super cute and there's so much that you can do with it. Obviously this part is super bright, and then this is also really wearable with this one green once again. Okay, so anybody that's watching this probably has already seen the NIKKIETUTORIALS reveal when she does all the swatches and stuff, so I'm just gonna skip that, and we're gonna start playing with the eyeshadow palette. I'm really excited. The first shade I'm going in with is the shade 5 AM. This one right up here. I totally forgot to add eyeshadow primer. Whatever. Clearly it doesn't need it though. Look at that. Ooh, that is pigment. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Basic Trut. Some of these are not in English. Bye. So if I get it wrong, don't come for me. Wow, and this really light shade has a lot of pigment and can actually overpower the dark brown on the bottom, which is really rare for an eyeshadow to do. Y'all see this? Let me see if I can just cover this up entirely. I'm kind of curious now. It fully just covered like the darkest shade in this entire palette. That's crazy. So definitely buildable. Okay, but let me not mess around. I'm gonna go back in with that brown eyeshadow. So as somebody that's really familiar with the Beauty Bay eyeshadow formulas, I can tell you they definitely switched up the formula for this collaboration. I do like the Beauty Bay formula, but normally I need a primer for it to kind of work. It's magic and I really need to pack it on. This is going on like a dream. It is pigmented, it is creamy, it is blendable, it is buildable as we just saw. I'm gonna go in the shade Mikai, which is this red shade. Super stunning, dude. The way these eyeshadows blend is crazy. I've already gone over this section with like, what? 4 different eyeshadows, literally. Like it blends in, but if I want it to cover that area, it will cover that area. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Blend and Snap on the bottom. By the way, I have like no vision in terms of eyeshadow. I'm just trying on every single eyeshadow and seeing what we come up with. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm kissing ass, because you guys know that if I do not like a palette or a product, I will throw it across the room. Okay, so I went ahead and applied a white eyeshadow primer to my lid. I really do want to try out more colors, that's why. And also, let's just see how it performs on eyeshadow primer. Okay, I really want like an explosion of colors, so I'm gonna go ahead and pack on the pastel blue called Plot Twist. Ooh, that's really creamy. When you apply the eyeshadows to your lid, it looks identical to what it looks like in the palette, which is crazy, especially for pastels. Normally they will give off more of like a neon bright vibe. This is very much a pastel blue, which kind of caught me off guard. I was fully expecting it to be a lot more electric and neon. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Vla. Oh, I think this is like the one that's like named after like pudding or something like that. I don't know. Don't even ask me. There is definitely fallout in this palette, but once again, that is not an issue for me, and it never has been. And last, I'm gonna go in the shade Redemption, which is this beautiful orange shade at the end. Ooh, look how that's melting in. Ooh, this one has a lot of fallout. Look at that blend. Okay, so I really do want to try one of the shimmers, and I don't know where I'm gonna put it, so I'm gonna try it up here. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Ivy, which is this beautiful, like, snow white type of metallic. Hold up, I'm gonna show you guys this. This shade is so soft that when you even touch it, it like dents in. Do you guys see that? Oh my god, I actually think these are putty formulas, all of them. That is so cool. Oh my god, now I'm never gonna stop touching them. Bye. I need to watch the video again and see if they actually are, but they definitely feel like it, and they feel really good. I'm kind of scared of dropping them though. Ooh, yeah, that's there. I have not tried a single eyeshadow in this palette that I did not like. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and add touch-ups and do the other eye off the camera, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Alrighty guys, so I am back, and this is the eyeshadow look that I've come up with. All I did was add a lot of eyeliner and obviously some lashes. I really like this eye look so much! Another thing that I really like about this palette is that it has a color story that speaks. Sometimes you look at a palette and you're like, okay, you know what I mean? But like this tells me something and it gives me like a vibe, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like I did not have this in mind until I picked up this palette, and here I am. In case you guys are wondering how it played out with the eyeliner, it played out perfectly. This is a really quick video, but it's also about a palette, so obviously can't stretch this out for too long. My final thoughts about the palette, it is really, really, really good. I feel like I got a full experience from this palette. It gave me everything that I wanted and more. It was creamy, it was blendable, it is super pigmented. Look at that pigment. Dare I even say that some of the eyeshadows were almost too pigmented? But not really, because I was able to just top them off with literally any other eyeshadow. The amount of blendability that this palette has is absolutely insane. You can layer every single color on top of every single color. You will not have any bleeding, you will not have any issues. It worked like a dream. I think this is actually one of my favorite palettes that I have right now. The glitters were cute, they're not the best, but they're definitely perfectly fine. I think what really stands out in this palette is the matte eyeshadows. Not only the color story that it's giving you, it gives you so much freedom, but it also provides such quality for the price that you're actually paying. So I just checked and this palette is only $30 and it is also sold out. So I'm sorry if you guys were trying to get it, but at this current moment it is sold out. I don't blame it. This is an amazing palette. It is so good. This is definitely such an amazing comeback compared to her other palette. There is nothing bad that I can actually say about this palette, and you guys know that is super rare on this channel. I think the only criticism that I could give this entire palette is maybe have like a black eyeshadow and a white eyeshadow somewhere in there, and it would have been a lot more versatile. But in terms of the color story, I mean, I love it. The formulations are very soft and creamy, but they're not too soft and creamy to the point where it's annoying. There definitely is fallout. If you do not like fallout, that is an issue for you. As you can see, I actually have some fallout right here that I totally forgot to remove. But a simple fix for some fallout is obviously just tap it on the palette, or you guys can just go ahead and use some setting powder underneath your eyes. This palette is a super huge win in my book. I will definitely be adding this to my collection. This is not the last time that you guys will see this on this channel. It is so good that I almost wish there was other products that she also released with this palette, but one superstar product is more than enough for me. So how do you guys feel about my eyeshadow look today, and how do you feel about this palette? Let me know down in the comments below. Well, that is all that we have for this video. However, this week we have some pretty exciting videos coming up, so stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like my art, if you guys like my energy, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the future. Bye-bye.